Good evening, everyone. Would you please rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Here.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Here.
Note that Councilwoman Marcotte is absent. Councilman Marcocha?
Here.
Supervisor Colavita?
Here. Good evening, everyone. Keep Sheila in your thoughts. She got a broken pipe in her house. Flooding water, never pleasant, never fun. So we hope that everything works out for her. Before we move to the opportunity to address the board, I would like to just invite the Eastchester Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Alison Villanueva, to come to our microphone, and she has a couple of thoughts and comments for us, and we certainly move you to the head of the line, or the head of the class, for a better expression.
Thank you very much, Supervisor Colavita and members of the council, for having me here tonight. I also just want to acknowledge that I have Ms. Lombardi and Ms. Jacoby sitting in the audience tonight. And just, it's a pleasure to come on up here and introduce myself to you, and just to say thank you for welcoming me into the Eastchester community with such open arms. It has been perhaps the greatest 10 weeks of being in a school district and getting to meet parents and faculty members and just extended community members all around. I would love to just share a little bit of where our district is going. We are looking at updating our mission and also kind of crystallizing a vision of what we want our North Star to be for our school district. And right now we're trying on a jacket, is what I've been saying. And the phrase that we're kind of trying on is 4 campuses, 4 pillars, 1 vision, elevate Eastchester. And that is around 4 big pillars around just the student experience and the family experience for coming to Eastchester, looking at our environment and space and where we house our students in each of our classrooms and how we can become modern and contemporary, and our partnerships with our community, which are basically the life and the heart of our district, because our students are born and raised here, or they move into Eastchester to come to our schools and to have an experience that's just premier and excellent. So I feel very lucky to be that superintendent. Another way to just kind of show the lovely brilliance of the district is that we have some really big events coming up. We just finished hosting our superintendent's conference days in August, and we had a big convocation ceremony and had a guest speaker to come in and talk about artificial intelligence. And it was great, full of energy, and just everybody was very happy to be there and set the tone for our year. On October 1st, we are welcoming some visitors from overseas, but also a renowned professor and speaker and author by the name of Mark Brackett to come and talk to us about social emotional intelligence. And so that's going to be a wonderful event. And on October 16th, I'm going to plug myself. I'm having a Community and Conversations coffee evening where I invite parents and community members to come on in and share their thoughts. So I brought some little leaflets, and I'll leave that here for you. And then another big one is coming up on November 7th, where we are hosting our very own Eastchester TEDx. And if you've ever seen a TEDx on YouTube before or online, we have speakers that come in and they're just engaging and exciting, and we are hoping to host a number of dignitaries and important people like yourselves to come and join our school district. So I feel very lucky once again to be here, and thank you for your support, and thank you for just a few moments today to introduce myself. I look forward to working with all of you.
Well, thank you very much for coming here. I don't recall the last time that a superintendent of schools came to our town board meeting. And, you know, as you're probably well aware, we partner with a lot of different things, and we also feel that the school districts are the backbones of our community. And it's our job to support and to supplement everything that you're doing for our children to keep the town, this great, wonderful place that it is to live and to work and to raise a family. We've heard nothing but good things so far about your tenure as superintendent, and we look forward to working with you. And every once in a while, the town board and the school board have a joint meeting, and we look forward to our next meeting. We have a couple of matters on our agenda tonight where we're partnering with the district with regard to student safety. And, we're just always keeping an eye on each other and moving the town forward and working cooperatively with the district. And, the board is terrific to work with as well. So we welcome you. We wish you nothing but the best, and we hope that we'll have a great future together.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a
Very
wonderful meeting
welcome.
tonight.
Thank you.
And we will not be offended if you choose to leave and not stay for the rest of our meeting, as it is a little bit boring. Anyway, we have our opportunity to address the board on a specific agenda item. Okay, yes, sir, an agenda item? Okay, we'll be through our agenda pretty quick, and you can go to the second opportunity. Okay. Next, we have approval of the minutes of the September 2nd, 2025 Town Board meeting. Any modifications or amendments?
None?
There being none, someone care to make a motion to approve same as submitted?
So moved.
All right, all in favor? Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me.
Second.
Oh, yeah, second, I'll second that. And ask for a
Councilman
roll, thank you.
Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next, we have reports of departments, boards, and commissions. We have our police department report. We can receive and file that. We have our law department report. Mr. Tedisco?
Yes, there are a couple of items. First, there's a resolution authorizing the supervisor to execute and deliver an opt-in agreement made between the town of Eastchester, the Eastchester Union Free School District, and Bus Patrol America LLC, whereby a web-based school bus photo violation monitoring system can be used to capture images of vehicles, issue citations, and collect fines. That'll be installed as authorized by Section 1174 of the VTL.
Okay, thank you. Any comments from the board members?
Sure, I'll make a quick comment on this agreement. About a year ago, Westchester County entered into an agreement with Bus Patrol, which is a company, to install cameras on school buses throughout the county. Eastchester School District chose to opt in, which I think was a great decision. It was in place almost the full school year last year. It worked very well. There were some issues that our police department recognized, and they brought it up to us, brought it up to the law department, and we went and had a meeting with the school district in April. And one of the issues was a lot of tickets were being issued by the automatic AI cameras on the side of the school buses, and our police officers were also issuing a ticket. And what was going on was somebody was getting 2 tickets, they would pay the bus patrol ticket and not get points on their license, because they would show up here in court and say, I already paid the bus patrol ticket, and they also received a ticket from our police officers, and then we couldn't issue the points on the license, and they weren't able to pay that fine. So it was like a double jeopardy issue. So we called a meeting in April with our law department, both police chiefs in Tuckahoe, and also in Eastchester. Superintendent was there. I was there, and we're actually the first town in the state to do this, as far as we know. We chose to opt out of that agreement. So actually the school districts, Tuckahoe and Eastchester, opted out over the summer of the agreement with Bus Patrol, and we're re-opting in directly with Bus Patrol as a town. So we're opting in as a town of Eastchester. The school districts are gonna get this, Tuckahoe and Eastchester after us, and they're gonna opt in. So instead of this being a county and school district agreement, it's gonna be school district and town agreement. So we're gonna monitor this in-house instead of the county of Westchester monitoring this up at the county. And what will happen is when a driver gets a ticket through Bus Patrol, our officers will see it and they will check to make sure, to see if we issued them a ticket directly, a police officer issued a ticket directly. If that is the case, the ticket from the police officer will go first. They'll come in and get a ticket directly through us and receive points on their license. We have a no tolerance policy on this. We don't plea bargain on that. They get the points, they pay the fine, and that's it. So this was a very successful program throughout the county. I read something today, actually. There were 15,000 tickets issued throughout the county last year. A lot were issued here. But now we're going to control this in-house. So if somebody passes a school bus, they get an automatic ticket through the Bus Patrol, and when our police officers give them a ticket, our ticket will stand and they'll get the points on their license. So there's a good agreement. Thanks to both school districts for working with us on this. You know, it took a couple of months to get this through, and as far as we know, we're the first town and school districts in the state to do this directly after opting out. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. I think it's a good idea, too. I think we can do a better job, frankly. That's really what it boils down to. And if we do a better job, then our kids are more safe. So anyway, with that being mentioned, anyone else care to comment? No? Someone care to make a motion to approve same?
So move.
Second?
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. And Mr. Tedisco, just by way of comment before your next item, what we usually do in Eastchester, we do for Tuckahoe as well, because the entirety of the Tuckahoe School District is located in the town of Eastchester, and it's our police department and our court that has jurisdiction over that.
Okay. Yes, so the second item on the Law Department agenda is a resolution authorizing the supervisor to execute and deliver an opt-in agreement made between the town of Eastchester, the Tuckahoe Union Free School District, and Bus Patrol America LLC, whereby a web-based school bus photo violation monitoring system that can be used to capture images of vehicles, issue citations, and collect fines will be installed as authorized by Section 1174 of the VTL.
Thank you. So moved.
Second?
Please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
The third item on the Law Department agenda is a resolution authorizing the approval of an application for an event permit submitted by Chester Heights Civic Association for the community tag sale to be held on Saturday, September 27, 2025, and Sunday, September 28, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
All right, please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next, we have the Receiver of Taxes report, and as everyone knows, the Grim Reaper is out there looking for your tax dollars for the 2 school districts, and what we're going to do is leave the tax office open on September 30th, the last day to pay, from 8 o'clock in the morning, a half an hour early, till 7 p.m. in the evening. So if you've forgotten or you're a last-minute person like I usually am, you can pay your taxes on time without penalty. Okay, next we have the Highway Department report. Mr. Latella, how are you?
Good evening, Supervisor Colavita, members of the Town Board. I would like to report crews were assigned to weed and water our various flower planting locations, and in the next few weeks, prepare the areas for our fall flowers. Due to the tremendous spike of growth of our street trees, a crew was assigned daily to perform pruning maintenance of town-owned trees, which include clearing limbs and shaping of trees. Street resurfacing is ongoing. Today, we have paved over 15 roadways. We thank our residents for the patience during those days of detours and road closures. Some of our highway vehicles have been refurbished and painted, improving the longevity of the fleet. Some of these improvements that we continue to add to these vehicles include new safety lighting for better visibility. A reminder to all residents, all items put out for collection shall be placed curbside no earlier than dusk of the night preceding the scheduled collection day. Please refer to your sanitation and recycling schedule for upcoming changes and pickups during holiday weeks. For any questions regarding any of these information, please reach out to the Highway Department office. Hometown Heroes banners were installed and continued on our main roads. The department is very proud to be part of this program in honoring our veterans. Thank you, Supervisor Colavita, members of the Town Board. I have nothing further to report.
Yeah, 2 points on the Hometown Hero banners. I did speak with a couple of family members that have said that their banners are looking, a little faded from the sun and all. So I think we should reach out to the veterans and maybe collectively come up with a plan to, replace the banners. I think people really enjoy seeing their family members up on the poles. It also, aside from the service itself, I think it sinks people's roots deeper in the town when they see their family members up there. So we want to make sure that we pay attention to that. I know you guys straighten them out all the time, but some of them getting kind of faded and a little whipped by the wind. So we're going to have to come up with a strategy on that. The other thing I wanted to mention to you too is, and I know this is more for the public's benefit, but we have 1 million open permits for street openings from Con Ed work happening all over the town. And everywhere you go, there's Con Ed plates everywhere. So we do the best we can to get K-Crete in there and get some trim around the perimeter so the plates don't clank. But, we can't be everywhere. So if you have a problem, give the office a call, give my office a call. We'll try to get somebody out there to quiet them down. Because, sometimes plates are together, sometimes they shift, they move, trucks go over them, they bounce around a little bit. So, we're doing the best we can and having Con Edison, forcing Con Edison to do a better job before they leave the site every day. So, I know it's been tough on you because you've been everywhere, ubiquitous, but still there are places where, they got a permit a month ago, they start working, and, they're cutting up the street, and people are going crazy. So,
Quickly, just to inform you, some of the Con Ed jobs that were completed on Old Wilmot Road, that was repaved. California Road from Hewitt up to the horse stables was repaved with that 36-inch transmission main.
Right.
Veolia Water with their water main replacement on Greystone Circle, they just finished the repaving of that roadway. So some of these roads are coming back to where they were.
yeah, and they're being paid by the the
Correct.
companies, which is good, not us.
Yes.
Is Con Ed gonna go past Highland on California Road anytime soon?
It's still not, it's looking that way. We're not sure exactly the route, but it's looking that way.
Because we have the 5K race next Sunday. So the race committee was
So
asking.
right now, they've only done some test area locations. So they're not doing anything further than that for now.
Well, that's a good point, though. Maybe that Friday before,
Yeah.
we got to make sure we check knock it all down, take it all, get it all squared away.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you want someone tripping, the tire
Absolutely.
running and stuff, they might fall down.
Thank
Great job on all the signs, Rocco. They look great.
Thank you.
Oh, they look great. Yeah, they do
Yeah.
look great.
Oh,
Yeah.
they are all up,
Yeah.
just to let you know
They're
also.
popping, man. They look great.
I saw the last one.
Thank you.
Okay, that brings us to the town clerk's report for the month of August. Anything further to add?
And nothing to add.
All right, moving forward, we go to correspondence. You have a memorandum from the controller on a personnel appointment. We just have, 2 in recreation. Someone care to make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next, I have a memorandum from the police chief on the New York State Police Traffic Services Grant. This is a grant in the amount of $13,332, and it's for the purposes of further police enforcement regarding problem traffic areas and speeding and unsafe driving and cell phone use while driving. So we'll take those dollars and put extra patrols out and, capture some perpetrators. Anyway, with that being said, I'll make the motion to approve the grant and ask for a second.
Second.
Okay, please call the roll.
Councilman Giacobbe?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilman Markocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. There being no miscellaneous business, that moves us to council member reports. Councilman Markocha?
Thank you, Supervisor. Just one announcement here. On Sunday, September 21st, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., the town yard sale will be held in the Eastchester Public Library parking lot, and it's going to be sponsored by the Eastchester Historical Society. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Councilwoman Nicholson?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, everyone. Just to piggyback on the townwide yard sale, the Eastchester Environmental Committee will be, in lieu of having the annual Green Festival, they're going to have an educational table and come one, come all to get educated on what's happening here in Eastchester on recycling and textile and much, much more. And in addition to that event, there's an event October 6th and 7th. This is a Rotary sponsor event of with the Foley Foundation for the 9/11 Mobile Museum. That will be held at the Immaculate Conception Church parking lot. And this is open to the community. And yes, we'll have Tuckahoe Eastchester schools along with the Immaculate Conception and Immaculate Heart of Mary School attending the museum. So hope you all can come out and get some more education on the 9/11 Mobile Museum. Thank you. That is all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Giacobbe?
Thank you, Supervisor. Just a reminder, next week is the Eastchester 5K here in town. Every year, they donate the funds back to the community, and they usually, this year, the funds are going to the Eastchester High School trophy cases, so they're going to replace those trophy cases in the high school. They've been there for about 50 years, so they're doing their best to get as many runners or walkers as possible. So it's always a great event. It'll be next Sunday at 9 a.m. They're doing 3 races, so you can bring. They're doing 1 race for 5 and under, another race for 10 and under, and then the 5K at 9 o'clock. So if you're around that Sunday, come by. You can help and join if you can. Thank you.
All right, for my own report, just 2 items. First, a couple items. Reminder that the tax office will be open on September 30th. from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. for the first half of your school taxes for the Tuckahoe and Eastchester school districts. We collect them and remit all the funds to the school district, so we want to get that in on time. Secondly, the Gold Star Mothers service will be held on September 28th at Memorial Park in Eastchester at 10 a.m. And some people may know about Gold Star Mothers, and if your child was in the service, you would keep a blue star in your window or your home or your lawn, and if, God forbid, your child was killed in action or missing in action, you would then get a gold star. You put a gold star out, so people knew that you lost someone in the cause. So the Gold Star Mothers have championed all of the branches of the military, and have this program that we actually support, wherein we recognize Gold Star Mothers and we recognize what they do for families that have lost ones in the cause for the freedom of this country. So that's at 10 a.m. on the 28th. Also, I think it would be very appropriate and fitting if we closed our meeting with a moment of silence for Richard Dick Forliano. We all called him Dick Forliano. Dick was a terrific guy. He was the town historian for decades. He taught in the high school for decades. He was beloved by many. Probably, I would think, a couple of thousand students have gone through his classrooms. He was just a gentleman, a very kind person, very, very passionate about Eastchester and its history. As you know, we are steeped in history, and he just loved it. He was just a gentleman, and we will miss him. He passed away. His wake will be on Friday, locally in town, so if you're interested in going. But anyway, he was a good man, and we'll miss him. Anyway, that concludes my report, and that brings us to the second opportunity to address the board. Yes, sir. Just come forward to the mic. We can hear you. Just give us your name and address. Thanks. We can hear you, but people at home can't hear you.
My name is John Wells, and I'm at 143 Garth Road. And I was just wondering, I saw in the June 3rd meeting, someone brought up the issue of the noise from the leaf blowers. And I didn't see anything else that was addressed about it. And I was just wondering because I do also experience, I work from home. And at 8 in the morning, people are starting to, the landscapers come and they start blowing leaves and or whatever they're blowing at this time of year. And I have Zoom meetings. I have to close the windows and put noise-canceling headphones on so I can hear the meeting. I had a meeting, for instance, today. It started at 8:30 in the morning. I had a meeting from 1 to 2, and I had the earphones on because the leaf blowing was still going on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm just wondering, I know most of the towns in the area, most towns in Westchester have regulations during certain times of year that they don't allow leaf blowers, or at least motorized ones. They have electric ones, which are not as loud. Not only is it a problem with the noise, but also, you got to go close the windows and stop all the dust from coming in. And I was just wondering if there were any further developments about.
Not that I could report about, other than the fact that the town attorney, this is the deputy town attorney, is working on a noise ordinance, and we may be looking at a leaf blower restriction. I don't see us banning leaf blowers at all, but more likely something probably along the lines of nothing on the weekends, or nothing on Sundays, holidays, and perhaps weekends. And, recognizing certain levels of emissions that have to be complied with, and decibel levels. That we're probably, I see us headed down that pathway. But we're working with the Westchester County Landscape Association to try to, get some guidelines established. But I just don't see us, removing all leaf blowers, because you need them.
Of course, yeah.
But, again, we're going to just see where we can go with that. But I think the noise ordinance is paramount, because ours is outdated, and frankly, off the record, it's unenforceable. So it's kind of like our old sign ordinance that we had to update. So we're doing the same thing again with our noise ordinance, and it's a slow process. But I could see that happening, or a direct, a specific ordinance pertaining to leaf blowers and construction. The thing we also grapple with is, the balancing of emissions versus the batteries. On the electric stuff, A lot of them are just as loud as the gas, but, you know, the disposal of batteries is very problematic. And the emissions, you know, nowadays, they've been restricted quite a bit, but there's still noise either which way. The other issue that, you know, we always grapple with is that people think this is just for landscapers, but it's anyone. So if you're having a party at your house on Saturday night and you want to blow the leaves or your backyard, that would be restricted also. So we've got to figure out how we're going to do something. Maybe just not before noon on the weekends, or on Saturday, for example, or not after noon, I should say. We're going to figure out something, but we haven't gotten to the point where we have legislation prepared.
Okay, thank you.
But be on the lookout, because it's coming, so when it does, maybe you can support it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Anyone else? All right, there being none, if you would all please rise and join us in a moment of silence for Dick Forliano, and then we will be adjourned thereafter. Thank you very much, everyone.